The Mana series is a nostalgic trip through a fantasy action RPG world of magic. Secret of Mana holds a special place in my gaming heart, while Trials of Mana feeds my more dumbed-down action RPG hunger. With such an established series, it's no wonder Squaresoft, Square Enix decided to unleash Echoes of Mana, a free-to-play mobile game that is sure to attract longtime fans of the series, or swindle them, or maybe just remind us of the great parts of the series, while also letting us know that no retro intellectual property is safe in the hands of Square Boss. After spending some time with the game, I will say there is a fun adventure to be had. However, actually getting to those fun moments takes a toll on this old man's soul, so join me for this tiny impressions of Echoes of Mana. But first, please consider lifting that finger and ever so gently tapping that subscription button. The joy that will come from your fingertips is the equivalent of eating that last slice of pizza, knowing everybody in the room is eyeballing it like a hyena. Now there, doesn't that feel better? Echoes of Mana is but an echo of the Mana series. I could have saved the entire intro with that one sentence. Negativity aside, I want to first establish how this game plays, and why it has some enjoyable moments. Echoes of Mana is a side-scrolling action RPG with gacha character summons. It focuses on a story centered around past heroes and a convoluted legend of the mana. The gameplay is traditional fare. Take a team of 3 heroes, bash through enemies, use special attacks, healing items, fight bosses, level up, summon heroes, and well, just keep doing that. Once a gameplay rhythm is established, the combat becomes a fun romp of cool combo attacks, character switching, and most importantly challenging boss encounters. I did enjoy the difficulty this game presents, as it made for a more traditional experience, as opposed to the usual hand-holding mechanics we may be used to. And no, I did not forget that there's an auto feature. In fact, I purposely didn't use it, as it would have made this whole section about the gameplay obsolete. The moment-to-moment gameplay has its merits. It's both strategic and modern. It's fast-paced, it's brutal, and it's an overall good time waster, especially when more heroes become available, as mixing and matching playstyles is what RPG character designs is all about. Now we get to the part where I cry into my cup of mana and drink my sorrows into oblivion. I'll start with the story. Now I can appreciate a good story, yet I cannot appreciate a story that impedes my fun every chance it gets. I spent the majority of my time snoring through dialogue, skipping cutscenes, or just staring blankly into my device. I understand RPGs thrive on story elements, yet this is a mobile version of Mana. A bit more action will keep the player engaged, and a little less annoying characters dancing on screen would be nice. Okay, on to my next gripe, and I know this is nitpicky, but it's the freaking loading screens. Trudging through the menus requires slight loading, and every time you go back to the main menu it has to load, even if you're only one screen away from that screen. It's a damn slogfest just to navigate, and like any gacha RPG, you'll be navigating through the menus a lot. There's just too much to look through, and I know this can be said about many other mobile games, yet here I would have just liked a more simplistic approach. Alright, I'll get back to some positivity. The art style is amazing. The colorful aesthetic is very reminiscent of old school Mana games, like a love letter to the series that spawned a generation of RPG gamers. Every hero is unique, and the fast-paced animations are perfectly fluid. Remember the days of hand-drawn backgrounds? Doesn't it feel good to see this represented in a modern mobile game? The overall graphical style is a great look. Now for the monetization. It's not the worst of the worst, it's just the average gacha mechanics we're used to. Use crystals to summon more heroes. I bet you want Duran, don't you? You know you do. Well, go ahead and buy crystals for the chance to maybe, and I do mean maybe, summon him. There is enough free crystals given for a good amount of summons, but don't worry too much, because you can also play as some characters you totally forgot existed. Alright, let's just get to the point. Echoes of Mana has so much potential. If you skip the story, ignore the monetization, and sleep through the loading screens, it's a fantastic side-scrolling action RPG. The combat is the perfect mix of challenging battles and strategic item use. I just wish the rest of the game allowed these aspects to shine brighter. With that said, it's a difficult game to recommend. For longtime fans, I say give it a try. Why not enjoy some nostalgia? Just don't expect to be greeted with a Mana game that lives up to the standards of your memories. For those looking for a new action RPG to waste your time, I have a feeling there are better options out there. As much as it pains me to admit, Echoes of Mana is a maybe. Kinda maybe. I don't know, I guess maybe. Give it a play. As always, thanks for watching Tiny Little Games. Please subscribe to support my channel, like for more impressions, and ring that notification bell for video updates. Fun fact, I'm playing Trails of Mana Remaster on my Aya Neo, and I'm having a blast.